Two clubs whose seasons have tracked each other to such an extent that at the end of November this would have been a top six clash. But injuries, departures and loss of form have seen both Bristol City and Stoke City slide into the bottom half of the table with just 90 minutes of their seasons remaining. And a lot of the big hitters are back today, including Manhoef, who feeds it out to Thomas, whose shot takes a deflection. It won't go behind for a corner. Saw the Thomas, the standout performer, really, in what has turned out a disappointing season for Stoke City. And it was so different going up to Christmas, so different early on in the season when they were, for many weeks, in the top six. They have been hit by a lot of injuries. Robin's not making any excuses in recent times, and oh, it's a big error here. Opportunity for Bristol City. Burgzorg scores. Johansson back in the starting lineup after injury, and having signed a new contract yesterday, hangs his head in embarrassment. It's an absolute gift for Bristol City. Well, the captain making a horrible error. And even Roy Hodgson feels a little sheepish and embarrassed almost to celebrate. It was just a routine back pass. He has been out for a few weeks. Well, he did play for the under-21s in recent times, but you can't really put that down to rustiness. And what a moment for Burgzorg, who actually scores his first goal for Bristol City. This is his first start at Ashton Gate, on loan from Middlesbrough. Bae Junho just getting himself back up onto his feet. A long way out, but Bristol City are putting up a two-man wall. Thomas and Manhoef. Manhoef looks like he's assessing just how far it is and whether it's worth a shot directly at goal. This is Thomas going for goal. And he needed to put as much into it as possible, such was the distance. And he sacrificed some accuracy there, Sorba Thomas. Borges, nice little flick, the two in on loan from Middlesbrough. Uncertain futures combining down this left-hand side. And the shot will come in from Horvath. Hansen just pulled his gloves out of the way at the last minute, sensing that that was going wide. A good play down the left-hand side. Horvath, who scored his first goal for Bristol City in the game last week. Tchamadeu looking to try and take it in his stride. Little touch there, but good defending. Oh, Twine! An extraordinary moment there. Well, that had the potential to be one of the greatest, if that's the right word, own goals of all time. Absolutely unbelievable by the touchline. Tempted to say he saw his keeper off the line, but what was he doing here? He was trying to find McCrory, was it, over on that far side? Well, it looks like the last game for Roy Hodgson, but you just never say never with him, do you? The shot will come in, took a deflection. Bae Junho it was, sensing it was on target when he left his boot. And the Bristol City body took it over the crossbar. And he reached the dozen as the ball goes into the air. The shot will come in from Tchamadeu. What an effort! Ferocious strike. Not sure it would have counted though. It'll be interesting to see whether the flag would have gone up had it gone straight into the back of the net. Fantastic hit. Hammering it with his left foot. Burgzorg getting forward, and McCrory has continued his run. Still he waits for players in the penalty area. Twine, he's done well. The angle's not great. Scott Twine, oh! He'd done so much of the hard work that you felt there was an air of inevitability about what was to follow. How was he blazed over into the Stoke supporters behind that goal? Bae Junho being held up there effectively by Jason Knight. Horvat to take this with his left foot. Johansson, edge of the 6-yard box at the moment. Poised to come out still further if necessary. It's a menacing ball, over it goes. Well, Dickey frustrated. Well, that was a really good opening for 2-0. Burgzorg. Knight goes into the penalty area. It's laid off for Horvat. Oh, he's hit the post. Opportunity here for Knight. Behind for a corner. Well, a double chance there. Didn't get hold of it, did he, Horvat? And it dribbled towards that far post. Goalkeeper beaten. And Knight trying to get it onto his left foot. His shot was blocked. And Bristol City will have to wait still further to try and double their lead again. Change for Stoke City. Sam Gallagher comes on. The arrival of Gallagher is good news in terms of height, and well, it was nearly him who was beaten to the second goal there because Randell got just in front of the substitute. And once again, the Stoke goal under pressure. The far post was unguarded. Zonzi turning the full 360. Raksaki. In it goes towards Gallagher. Not too far away. Good play again by Stoke City. Myler it was, close to Gallagher. Shot will come in from distance. Oh, the goalkeeper pulls it away. Well, it looked relatively simple for Johansson. Scott Twine with the effort. Sykes with the ball in. And the chance for Bell. The substitutes. Johnny on the spot. Bristol City's Player of the Month for April. He might be Player of the Month for May. They're only going to play one game. He's only been on the pitch a few minutes and he scored the goal that will surely see off Roy Hodgson with a victory. Well, the corner came in. Dickey with the header. And Bell with the presence of mind to... And not one touch, but 2 touches. And that was a tidy finish. Good movement as well from Sam Bell. Gallagher. Ocamp with the shot. And that's a full-time whistle. The end of a season, the end possibly of an era. Roy Hodgson returns to retirement after 7 games. He began with a victory, he ends with a victory, where he began his managerial career in England in 1982, and in 2026 he says goodbye on the back of a win for Bristol City by 2-0. Burgzorg in the first minute after an error from Viktor Johansson, and then Sam Bell making it 2-0. The bell tolls for Roy Hodgson and for the season. Bristol City 2, Stoke City 0.